I've been watching with a lot of interest the G-spot debate that's been happening online for the last few years. The word G-spot became associated with almost magical, out of this world orgasms and even with female squirting. And then also with quite the opposite claims that the G-spot doesn't actually exist and that the whole thing is a myth. So what that tells me is that most people still don't understand what the G-spot is or how it actually works. Because yes, it is real, and no, it is not a spot, and no, stimulating it with that come hither motion doesn't always lead to wet orgasmic results. It does, however, hold an amazing potential for female pleasure and sexual satisfaction if you understand more about it. So let's have an honest chat about what everybody should know about the G-spot. My name is Helena Nista and I make videos that help you have the best sex of your life. And today we're discussing the G-spot and its hidden potential for hair pleasure. So the G-spot was first popularized by Dr. Grafenberg, who called it the G-spot after his own name. Dr. Grafenberg and his team were studying the role of the stimulation of that anterior vaginal wall when it came to female orgasm, and he concluded that that area that he then named the G-spot was quite crucial when it came to female orgasms. So no, he didn't actually invent that area, he just named it, and he also didn't quite fully grasp all the intricacies of that area and how different women respond to its stimulation. Nowadays, the scientists have a more appropriate or more accurate name for that area, because they refer to it as the clito-urethro-vaginal complex. That name is more accurate because it speaks of an area where the clitoral nerves meet with the urethral sponge and with the vaginal wall. However, the clito-urethro-vaginal complex doesn't quite roll off the tongue the same way as a G-spot does, so we still quite commonly are using the name the G-spot. But what basically you need to know about it is that it's not an exact spot, it is an area where all those nerves meet, and that different women actually respond differently when that area is stimulated. However, if you are curious about exploring that true and rich potential of your G-spot, there are two things that I would recommend for you. First of all, have a good feel around that area with your fingers, really noticing all the textures and all the sensations that you can discover there. And secondly, get yourself a G-spot stimulator, a sex toy that was specifically designed to curve in order to stimulate that particular area. And I do have a recommendation that I'm going to share with you, because I have recently been playing with GIGI3 from LELO. And LELO is one of my absolutely favorite sex toy brands, so I'm sure you have heard me speak about them and their toys before, because I deeply appreciate their commitment to the quality of their products, to our pleasure, our sexual pleasure, and their high standards when it comes to the safety of all of their creations. So make sure to have a look at their website to see all of their delightful, wonderful products. But today we are going to focus on GIGI3. This gorgeous little toy is a G-spot vibrator. It is made of body-safe silicone. It is very smooth and sort of silky to touch. So my favorite thing about this toy is that, well, first of all, it is curved in just the right way to hit your G-spot very precisely and to deliver that kind of vibrating, pleasurable stimulation right there. And it does that through this flat tip. That flat tip is going to deliver all those vibrations and sensations exactly where you want them, exactly in your G-spot area. It is also waterproof, so you can play with it in a shower, and it comes with a pouch for easy storage and also with a rechargeable cable, with the battery life being actually quite impressive. So when it comes to actually using it, it comes with 8 modes delivering different kinds of sensations and different kinds of stimulation that you can also freely up or down in intensity. So you don't just have here different intensities of vibrations, but you also have different modes that you can adjust to your own liking. However, if those 8 modes are not quite enough for you, you can also pair your toy with LELO's app, which will give you access to additional features, including 2 more modes. So I'm going to show you how to do it quickly. Let's press play, and then it's telling me to pair or connect the device. So I can do it very easily by just holding the middle button until it starts blinking and until everything is connected and it's, we're in. It's just as simple as that. So now I can choose from the 8 settings, and let's say I'm going to start with the overjoyed setting. I'm going to press start, and now by moving the so these are the vibrations and stimulation. By moving my phone, I'm going to adjust the intensity. Obviously, you can also do it with the buttons on the toy itself, whatever option is easier for you. But the more I'm moving, the more I'm adjusting the intensity. Now at the top of the screen, you'll see the advanced mode, and there are 2 advanced modes. I know that you will love just playing with the manual settings on the toy itself, but please do not skip using the app, because those advanced modes are just something very, very different and very, very special. One of them is Finish Me Off. Let's start that, and I'm sure you can probably hear what's happening. There's a lot happening here, and I loved having this toy inside of me. That's just a little tease for you guys. I loved how this mode was actually really teasing me and building up the arousal and pleasure. And then when I went to the other mode, the other advanced mode called Out of Control, and I went with that one, like, that just took everything to the next level. That was just blissful and ecstatic in a completely new way. Like, in a way where I could just feel those sensations traveling through my body. It wasn't just a surface area. Like, it wasn't just like rubbing a vaginal wall with a finger or with a wand that doesn't emit vibrations or any sort of stimulating kind of patterns. And that's why I think you should absolutely explore your G-spot, not just with your fingers or not just with your partner's penis. Those are awesome options, and definitely you can get a lot of pleasure out of them. But there is just so much more that you can experience playing with your G-spot when you have a really good toy that is targeted, that provides targeted stimulation, and that offers you a variety of ways to play with your body and with your G-spot area. What I also discovered while playing with GG3 was that it can also work as a great clitoral stimulation because of that flat tip, and that kind of larger area providing the stimulation and the variety of patterns and sensations. When I actually just pull out the wand from inside of me and I put it against my clitoris, and I was just kind of playing around my clitoris with GG3 as well, that was so orgasmic and so amazing. And I actually found myself thinking that I kind of want 2 of them. I want one to sit against my G-spot, to be inside of my vagina and to sit against my G-spot. And I want another one that I can place against my clitoris. Mind you, you obviously can easily stimulate your clit yourself or your breasts or any other part of your body, because this toy, because of its shape, it's actually gonna sit quite comfortably inside of your vagina, stimulating the G-spot. So you don't even necessarily need to keep holding it. So your hand is not gonna be stuck there holding GG3. But you can let it go and it's gonna stay there. It's gonna keep doing its thing while you're stimulating yourself, your clitoris, or any other erogenous zones. I also just very quickly want to show you this awesome feature that comes with the LELO app, which is the Love Bridge. So the Love Bridge allows you to create a room. Create a room, that's what it's called. And then to invite your partner with their device, with their phone, with their LELO app, so that they can join you in that room. And then you can share sexy, fun, intimate experiences through the app, which will be particularly handy if you are apart, if you're away from each other. The Love Bridge is actually allowing you to have some fun together and to even stimulate your partner's toy or them stimulating your toy or controlling your toy so that they can take you on a sexy ride without actually physically being there. I do love that option. I have played with it with my partner and we're very fond of the Love Bridge. Anyways, I hope that does make you curious about exploring your own G-spot with your fingers or maybe with GG3, together with all of its lovely settings, patterns, modes, and ways of stimulating your G-spot. So if you are ready to discover the full pleasure potential of your G-spot, you will find GG3 on LELO's website, which I've linked in the description bar below.